5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turntables activated. Get ready. You're about to party with the baddest motherfucking DJ. DJ Disspare.
What up? I'm back. And I got my boy Frank and Dank Wamber. Dankery.
What it do, family? What it do? Yo, before you say anything, I just want to tell you this. I've been watching everything you've been doing. You've been showing mad love and been doing big things, you and the team. And I'm super blessed and honored to be on your show right now, my brother. Thank you so much for this blessing.
You know, I said, man, I grew up to your music, and then it's like, for the first time, I got that vinyl in my hand, and then I've been playing that ever since. And then the fact that, you know, the Dilla connection, the whole family movement, like we got so much to talk about. I'm glad I got one in my hand right now. I'm waiting for you to roll up one.
Oh, I'm rolling. Let's roll it.
So,
baby, roll it.
So before we start the show, what were you saying about what me doing my tours and shit?
Yo, you been smoking good, nigga. You been smoking good. Yo, this one, I don't know which vendor this was. You had the biggest bud. I said, yo, and it was so crystally. Yo, what strand was that?
Man, I can't even tell you. There's so many things I've had around me lately.
This one was, y'all had a big ass piece of bud. This like,
was it the purple thing?
Was like this, yeah.
You mean the big pack, like the thing that's together? I think that was Congo, or I think that's one of them.
What? Okay, that shit. I'm like, God damn. I opened that bitch up and looked in the I opened the video up so I could look at the crystals in that bitch. I said, yo, the spirit is fucking, he on some shit right now with this weed tour, this goddamn vendor tour, this blessed tour he doing right now, and he's smoking good. Good.
This is what I like, is like hip hop for me. I've always been smoking ever since I've been in this game. A lot of people don't understand that I used it to actually be in the building. I didn't like people. So for me to be at shows and to be on stage and do stuff, I had to be high before I did it. Like most of the time,
you know what? Partially, me too. I taught Frank how to smoke. I taught Dilla how to smoke. I taught them how to roll. When Dilla used to be going to New York, dealing with all the major artists and stuff, he didn't smoke weed until I set him down and taught him how to roll blunts and smoke it, let him get high, then a motherfucker, so he can actually be able to control it. It's not like the edibles. Like the edibles, you can't control that shit.
Oh, facts.
With the loud pack, if you ain't never smoked, you don't want to have a trip somewhere. So I remember one time we said, this is the first time Dilla smoked a blunt. This is the first time. It's me, Frank, Dilla, and his kid's mother, Joylette, in the studio. We was working on this song called City Lights. And how Dilla used to roll the blunts, you know, he didn't break the Phillies down. He just would squeeze all the shit out of it and then just stuff it. He would abuse the weed. You know what I mean? He would abuse that shit. So he just stuffed it. And we were smoking. I was like, God damn, this blunt is stuffed in a bitch.
And then chunks are falling out.
yeah, exactly. And then turn around. He had the board. So he mixing his record. And he turned around. He was like, man, I'm fucked up. He was like, dang, I hear everything. He's like, yo, this how Dr. Dre feel. He mixed this motherfucking record. And with the grace of God, everybody will soon hear this shit. It's the actual 48 hours, the actual one. The actual 48 hours, we didn't ever put that out. Because that one was full of samples and this is that and the other. So once we got the deal, Dilla didn't want to, he didn't want to do any samples like that. So he wanted to sample himself instead of a record. Instead of a record. Since it was a major deal and shit. So he was on that board, smoked that blunt. That nigga turned around, that nigga eyeballs was red than a motherfucker. that nigga mixed the shit out of that bitch. I'm like, God damn, nigga, that shit is crazy as hell. Can't wait for that shit to hit the day of light. Can't wait for that shit right there.
So explain to me, how did you meet Dilla?
Holy shit. I've known Dilla since 1984. His brother used to be one of my bestest friends, his brother Earl. This was an elementary school. We was in the 3rd grade. They moved away, and then they moved back to the neighborhood. And we was all on the playground. And he was like, his brother was in my class. We used to draw and shit. And he's like, man, you got to meet my brother. So we went on the playground. This nigga got a silk shirt on. He got a briefcase and shit. I'm like, why the fuck you got this briefcase and shit? He called himself Silk, MC Silk. So MC Silk was the nigga with the silk shirt on, iron with creases all in that bitch, with the big ass briefcase and shit. That kept all his rhymes and shit. So he like, so I met him in 1984.
And then how did you guys like end up in the studio? Like, was he already making music? Was he just like,
well, when, like I say, I've been around for everything. And when I mean everything, from a kid to play with toys, to ride bikes, to puberty, to getting your first license, getting your first car, getting your first sale of a beat. Dilla used to make beats off of Ericsson turntable with the turntable on the top and the double second players. So with that, he used to make these beats called pause and record.
Right.
And he'd take this little, the little rubber, you know this shit what I'm about to tell you. You know that little rubber fucking thing in the tape player? It's like he took that out to slow the tape down so he'd be pausing and recording, making beats.
Right.
So I would set up a 3-way, another one of the homies set up a 3-way, another homie set up a 3-way, and another homie, you got 3-ways on the phones. And we would play the tape. I'd be like, Dilla, you ready? Cue the tape up. Niggas will hear it. Man, you made that shit? He's like, yeah. No MPC, no SP10, SP12, none of that shit wasn't even existed. Not even no Dr. Rhythm, drum machine, none of that shit. That shit wouldn't even exist yet. And he was making beats like that since we was kids and shit. So that was myself personally. I knew he was a prodigy just because how he would dissect different things and make it into musical things to fuck with. So the only person I knew that would dissect a goddamn turntable and take it apart, you got to be some type of DJ to take that bitch apart, take all the pieces off, and then put that bitch together, and then that motherfucker working. Only person I knew do that shit was my brother. He do
I've done that.
Take my mama shit apart, and she'd be like, "You better put my shit back together, fool. I ain't playing with you. You better put it back together." You know what I mean?
Back in the days, I was reading an article on him, and he was talking about that, how he would just randomly just take things apart just to know what it was, how it worked. And that's how I grew up. Because I used to be like I still to this day, like I could take things apart, put it back together. Now I pay somebody to do it. But back
funny as hell. My brother, he used to do that shit all the time. Dilla, he used to do it all the time. Every fucking turntable, 1200,
right?
Speed that bitch up. Him and Frank would do that all, because him and Frank was the DJs. So they would DJ all the kiddie parties for us. And me and my brother QD, we would come and dance at them bitches. So we'd get all the kids off of the wall and be dancers, because we all used to dance first before before rapping and anything. We all was dancers. I mean, wicked. Anybody in my city, Detroit, know.
If you didn't grow up in the 80s and 90s and you weren't in a dance group and a rap group or a DJ, all three or whatever, you didn't do it. Because your mom and them put you in places to go do school things to get clothing. Like all types of shit.
All that shit. And we had dance groups. And we was called the High Top Society because our face was bigger than Kid and Play shit. My shit was bigger than his. And my boy Thurm shit was bigger than his. Dilla had a little one. Shit, we used to go to this club called the Dankery. Used to be from 3 to 8. You had to be a particular type of motherfucker to go to this club.
Okay.
We'd go in there, dance like a motherfucker. And then we went to the same club when we got 21 and really got to dancing and this is that and the other. So the first love was b-boying, hip-hopping, and the Schoolman Scrap era, the Big Daddy Kane era. Like I said, Dylan and Frank, they used to DJ all the high school parties and this, that, and the other. And me and my boy QD job was to get the kids to dance. You know what I mean? Because, you know, back then, the kids would be wildflowers for a minute, but then they get to dancing, doing all the little different things. And that next thing you know, Dilla evolved into production. He was curious. I remember he used to skip school, hide in the closet, and wait for his mother and father to go to work so he can make a beat. For real. And Dilla was smart. He went to this school called Davis Aerospace. So they was dealing with airplanes and all this type of crazy ass shit. He was a smart ass nigga. So in middle school, we had gym class, and the gym teacher was they were some weird motherfuckers and shit. So I took music class instead of the gym class. I got a big ass F. Next thing you know, I said I wasn't going back to the gym class. Fuck that, because it was creepy. Next thing you know, came to the class. Dilla came to the class. He like, yo, what the fuck you doing here? I said, man, I ain't want to take gym. He said, I ain't want to take gym neither. So what Dilla did, he taught me how to play Eric D and Rakim, Salt and Pepper, Slick Rick, Dougie Fresh, all of the hip hop shit. All of the old school hip hop shit. He taught me how to play it on the piano. So watch this. The key was so I could learn the music theory. So when we doing the tests, he'd be like, now push it, bam, 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 bam. And I know all of the notes because the notes was bum, 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 bum. Yeah. So the notes paid in full thing. I'm like, oh shit. So I would ace all the tests because he would call out certain things. The teacher would be like, she was cool. She'd be like, can't you better stop all that singing that rap music? But she didn't know that he was just cueing me so I would know the notes. So after it was all said and done, I'm playing the piano, the cello, the violin, music conference, because my nigga showed me how to play the hip hop shit on the piano. Crazy as hell. Crazy as hell. My mother, she did not believe that I got an A out of that motherfucker. She's like, boy, you better get out of here with that. Derek, you ain't getting no A out of that goddamn class. You just had an F. I don't want to hear that. I'm like, Mom, for real. Till she came to the winter conference and the teacher was like, yeah, he did really good. He got an A. He came from an F to an A. My mom looked at me like I was crazy. I got a fresh pair of red Levi's, some turquoise ones, some blue ones, and some yellow ones. You remember the color Levi's?
Yep.
Mama bought me all them bitches because of that shit. All of them. For sure.
Those are the days of like cross colors, major damage, all that stuff, man. It was ridiculous. Man, I was running around and like I see guys major damage. I'm coming out with a full Levi's red suit. Like,
that was the classic shit. You know what I mean?
But back then we used to draw on them. Oh yeah, we used to draw on them.
Oh, you know the funny thing you just said? So in the city, the Doughboys, they used to wear this jacket called Tony Alamo. Okay. So it was a rhinestone jacket with Hollywood, California, Las Vegas, full of rhinestones. This jacket cost $2,500.
Great.
$2,500 back in the day. So what I did was got a nigga that knew how to graffiti, drew the Detroit skyline on that motherfucker, and then had this lady that worked in the lunchroom rhinestone the hell out that bitch. Same jacket. Same jacket.
You know
Watch this, Disspare. I'm gonna fuck you up. I just bought a blue jean jacket the other day. And while I've been here, I've been looking for a nigga to airbrush that bitch. So I guess I'm gonna have to wait till I get back to Toronto, have them airbrush that bitch. And when you see it, I'm gonna tag you once it's done. This bitch gonna be stoned up, all colors, all types of shit. I'm fucking it up.
On that, when you gonna be back there?
I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back in the city tomorrow, but I got a quarantine for 2 weeks. I've been gone for 3 weeks.
All right,
all over the place.
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
For sure. For sure.
So now, Y'all heard it here. I'm gonna be hanging out when I want to get back to Toronto. We go smoke together. We're gonna be like we going live again. So this is gonna
Hey,
be just a preview of what's gonna be happening. I didn't
hey,
want to let the cat out the bag, but I just said to let my brothers know that they know I'm stopping in for a minute. So it's gonna be a big
yes,
thing.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now, yo, dog, you've been riding horses. You did the Dilla event. What's going on? Talk about Dilla first. Let's talk about the Dilla festival. How did that come about for you? Like, to be carrying on that legacy. Like, how does it feel, and how happy you were to be in there and have some of the greats in the game, like that are now guys who were just rappers, and then now they're the greats of the game, and they're still repping Dilla to this day. Like,
It was a
how did
blessed. It was a super blessed situation. My sister Aja and Frank, we always cooking, always trying to create things for Dilla and keep the legacy going. The whole fam, the whole crew, the whole crew and the whole fam always pushing to do different things. But we did the Dilla Fest digitally because of COVID and everything. So the first chance that they got with Aja and Frank to put something together that the people could see. And that event was actually a free event. It was free. Nice. Free event. 4,000 people came out. 4,000 plus people was out there to see the event. Women, kids, families, everybody. And I was just blessed to get the call, like, yo, this is what we doing. It was a lot of tangling to get there, but it all worked out for the best. The showmanship, the production, the hard work that everybody put into it, because it's a team effort all the way around the table, from the nigga that's handing you a towel to the motherfucker that was cooking the jerk chicken, which the jerk chicken was good as fuck. And didn't expect jerk chicken, rice and peas, kingfish, and
where was this at?
This was at Dilla Fest, nigga. Shit.
No, where was what city was it in?
This was in California.
Okay.
So that part was dope. It's always a blessing to see Big Bro Talib. That's the first fam. Mad love, mad respect. Always look out. That's our big brother. And he tell the truth. He'll tell you straight. With him coming to Detroit to work with Dilla, Dilla told him, this is what he told me. He said, man, when I first came, Dilla told me I had to hang out with y'all, catch the vibe, and then we'll work. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? He told you that? He was like, hell yeah. He said, you remember when y'all picked me up from the airport and rolled me the fuck around and did. I'm like, what, big bro? He's like, yeah, that nigga said, hang out with Frank and Dank, catch the vibe, and then we'll work. That was the mission all the time. For me and Frank, it wasn't always just about rapping and this is just that and the other. Dilla had a lot of people coming in and out of town because Dilla came to a point where he didn't want to travel no more. He just wanted to be at the crib to work.
Right.
He just wanted to work. With Dilla, all the fuck he wanted to do,
it's just work.
I swear to God, my brother, is listen to some fucking records and make a fucking beat.
Listen, his work ethics, when I was reading that, because I read a lot about him in the Source and the old rap magazines and everything, and I watched a lot of his interviews. The way he moved, like especially with the times when you guys had Big L around and all of that and everything, that era, you couldn't touch those guys. Like it is just like you and all the when I sit here and I argue about politics about certain things with hip hop eras. Yes, there's the popular hip hop era, but yes, the underground world. Oh, you guys killed it. And that's what a lot of people didn't understand, is that's why I stand firm with it.
And it's just an honor, and thank you, Disspare. It's just an honor to actually been moving and to be able to do it. No lie. Because these situations, they didn't come easy. Me and Frank stayed in the basement for 8 years. 8 straight years, 2 songs a night for 8 years. Until we worked out the situation. Yeah, we was doing 12 inches and EPs and putting out vinyl. Me and Frank came from the vinyl era, not CDs and none of that shit, all vinyl. All our shit been all vinyl. We work with every independent company that's out there, from Fat Beats to Upper Bud to Groovatech, and put out vinyl, straight vinyl. I mean, like some of the shit, like so many different white labels. Dilla just had us working and just doing it like that. He didn't break us in Detroit. He broke us overseas and shit.
Yeah, because
so
when you're
with
getting a white label
overseas, he just basically just dropped us there. Like, this is what's popping off.
Like
my first,
you blew up in Toronto. You blew up in Toronto.
I'm gonna get to that. Us coming up with Dilla and Slum doing the Elementals. Shout out my brother Jonathan Ramos. We used to do the Elementals at the Comfort Zone. Shout out to Comfort Zone, legendary shit. Jonathan Ramos put on these Elemental shows that was super dope. All different types of artists from everywhere. Some of Toronto's favorite hometown kings, my bros. Everybody went through that bitch and smashed. It was very lengthy. All the above and all the way around the table. Toronto is a major piece to continue on to me and Frank's legacy. And when I mean major, Toronto gave us our first major release.
Facts.
Major. You know what I mean? All we wanted was a major release. We had a major deal in America with MCA, crazy ass money, and this is that and the other, but we didn't get a release date. You know what I mean? We didn't get a release date. Toronto, Canada gave us that. You know what I mean? The extended family, they gave us that shit. And I'm forever grateful for that. You know what I mean? Because I'm Canadian. I'm
excited.
I'm a dual citizen.
I get arguments with people in the game that don't understand. Guys like you, Tech Nine, and certain people that have dual citizenship for Canada, where you guys work here also. And a lot of people in the game think they just could come over to Canada, grab an artist, or become an artist in Canada, or even work with an artist in Canada and take them to the U.S. and blow them up. Could you explain to the world, like, your opinion on that aspect? Because you've been in and out of both.
It don't work that
for
way.
A while. Thank you.
It don't work that way. It's a lot of combinations for your shit to even get administrated. We had to go through major loopholes. We had to get us a Canadian label, and we had to use Canadian producers to even get heard. At that time, I think it was 25,000 gold, 50,000 platinum.
Fact.
We thought that shit was easy. 25,000? You go gold, nigga? What? Oh, we up there. It's going down. No, nigga. For 25,000 gold plat, you got to have a damn near $500,000 campaign.
Yep.
I'm like, holy shit. You got to spend $500,000 on marketing to get to here? Because the market is so small. Now, being a dual citizen, that's off of the table. That ain't got nothing to do with motherfucking music or none of that shit. And that's a severe bag. That ain't no 1-2, just marrying a Canadian guy. You ain't gonna be no Canadian. That don't mean shit. That shit is off the table long time ago. Years ago. They don't give a fuck about that. I had to go through trials and tribulations to be a fucking dual citizen. It took years for me to get there. And I finally got there, got my shit. Shit, I just don't do music. I do everything. My hands is in every goddamn thing. I pull salaries and everything. I just don't sit on my hands and do music and shit. That ain't just it. I love it. I love the music, but if you can pull multiple things, they say the best way is to have 5 different streams of money. I got that.
See, this is what I love about the aspect of talking to you today, because in this game, I've had a lot of conflicts of interest with a lot of people on how our industry works. And I just wanted to the point to get on to live with you and say, hey, I got a man who's dual, who understands the game ain't easy. And for what you've seen myself do in this industry, with working with you and a lot of the guys that in the game, and how from being in Canada and watching what I'm doing in the U.S., and then watching what I'm doing in Canada at the same time. When you get back here, we gonna go do those things together. See, those are the things, like, you know what I mean? It's like, what people are not understanding that is that like guys like me are rare. So it's like when we fighting about the nonsense about who's pushing what and who's doing this and who's supporting who and who's interviewing who and who's doing what. I don't care who interviews what or who does what. It's how
I
I
don't
do it.
care.
You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
watch.
It's like
I don't see like with me, Disspare. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you.
100.
I don't watch face niggas. I give out so much love and so much blessings that I possibly can.
Respect.
You can call it how you want to call it. And the reason why, because my nigga blessed me. My nigga told me to quit my job. He told me to go home and tell my mom I had to quit my motherfucking job. So it's never a motherfucking diss to have a job. You like money? You like getting paid every week, every 2 weeks? What the fuck? Is you able to get up and go work, pull that music shit? Hell yeah. I'll go my ass on tour, collect that bread, and jump right back into the system in my motherfucking system and get that bread. So at the end of the day, that bread, I ain't even touched that bread. I ain't touched that money in touring in Asia. I ain't touched it. I haven't. When was that? That was about 1.5 years ago. I ain't touched that. I worked. So all these things, they just go on top, up top.
But you see, this is why I like about when you and I interact online. Every time you see me do my motivation things, or if I pop up something new, you're always right there. You're like, dog, you're killing it.
Man.
Oh, yo, fam, you blessed me today with some of your wisdom. And I'm like,
yo,
and honestly, I respect that.
I'm glad you said that because on the real Disspare, you say the things you have been putting up, you always say some shit. But lately, you've been hitting it on the head. I really want to repost all your shit on my page, but if I did that, niggas would be mad and hating on me if I did that. They'll say I'm ragging your cock and this, blah, 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 blah. That's the only reason why I did it. I didn't because of that, because I know how niggas be. The support factor, niggas get it twisted.
Facts.
And like I say, I don't watch face niggas. I root for niggas and I hope everybody succeed. I do.
See, in this game, like I was posting those posts and I was just being like, I wake up in the morning, I do my meditation, and then whatever pops into my head, whatever I see, if it's how I feel that day, I'm going to post on it. And it's not even in direct towards anybody. It's the fact that people don't understand. In this game, I've been doing this for 34 years.
Yes.
I've seen so much crap. Like I've seen so many rappers go, die. Like so much things going on. Like rest in peace, Zombie from Zion I.
For sure. Bless my brother Zion, for sure.
Okay, and that's what I mean. Like when you're in that circle, and a lot of people don't understand this type of circle where
I'm in that circle.
Yeah, you're in that circle. I've been around you guys for that long time.
Rooms. I'm in them rooms. I'm in them circles. And
people don't understand is
yes,
you guys are icons in this game for guys like us because the backpack rappers, the
Disspare,
the wannabe, the producer rapper.
Right there. Stop right there, my brother. If I ain't tell you, I'm gonna tell you now. And whoever watching this, that's a real one. You a real one.
Respect.
You give niggas flowers. You give a nigga a thank you. You put another battery in my back. You just did. Time. You have no fucking idea. You put another battery in my back.
I've never stopped supporting you.
When you give a person love and put a battery in the back, this is what I mean by push. I wish a nigga would call me and tell me, push. Do your shit. Don't stop. Go. I try my best to do that for my people.
Facts.
Because I wish a nigga would give me that. If a nigga call me, tell me to push, get up, nigga, do your thing. When you drop a blah, 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 I'm going to be like, damn, nigga, thank you. I love you, nigga.
But you see,
my nigga just push me.
But you guys, that's the respect you got to give you guys. Because you see, the thing is, I never wanted to see hip hop die. And there's all different categories of hip hop, and me and a lot of people go into some serious fights about this. And I'm like, from being around the Zulu Nation things to being around working with
shout out Zulu Nation for real.
You know, Woo, working with everything, like all the different people I got to hang out with, even to know you, like, and funniest thing is I used to talk about it and go, yo, yeah, I know Frank and Dank, and like Dankery and I talk here and there. I've seen him, like, and they're like, yeah, right. Now it's like the social media took it to the point now where it's like, yo, that nigga's shouting you out a lot online. I'm like, I told you I know him. They're just like, but people never got, like, when you guys came down here to do the shows, who was the damn DJ? If anytime you guys came down and were smoking, who was smoking? Like, people didn't understand that I was a pillar of that for like since the 80s. So it's just like,
but you know what? It'd be hard. That'd be hard for people to take in, because sometimes niggas think that you stepping over them. And then sometimes niggas be wanting too much flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Work is work.
Work is work.
Legendary is legendary.
And
stats
speaking
is
on
stats.
that, you see,
oh shit,
this track right here, I've been listening to this like crazy, and I knew that me and you were gonna get into some shit and start talking and like just do the damn thing, because we haven't actually face to face talk, but we've talked online and on the phone.
Yes, you can call. See, Disspare. They don't know this. You call me direct.
I know.
Everybody can't call me fucking direct.
I know that.
What up, nigga? What you up to? I'm chilling. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, working this, that, and the other. Hell yeah. I'm just chilling too, nigga. Shit, smoke something. Well, yeah, I'm gonna see you a beat. Yeah, fuck, we got an interview to do for your ass too coming up. Yeah, shout out overtime. Yeah, but it's a dialogue. They don't see that. And it's another thing. Just because I don't like all of my nigga shit, don't mean I don't fuck with my nigga.
Facts.
You niggas be kind of weird with that type of shit.
But you see, this is why I want to do this here right here. See, you did something before some people try to do it, and I know why some people jumped on the bandwagon, but I'm gonna say no names because I ain't trying to cause no problems. But this song right here, salute to Falcon Crest and the No Face Crew and High Heat Records, and the like.
We navigating up north.
What is it?
Hold up. Shout out my brother A-Sign.
Shout
out Nabi the North.
I
appreciate them brothers. Bottom line to it, A-Sign is one of the hardest working motherfuckers that's popping off in Canada, in Toronto, in Canada, in the world right now. He doing his thing.
Facts.
I highlight. We talk on the bat phone.
Facts.
Him, the whole crew do their motherfucking thing. My brother Nav. Damn. Real. Black.
We navigating up north. What up, Navi? Let me talk my. We navigating up north. What up, Navi? Let me talk my shit. I see you, G. Long overdue. Hey, son Eastwood, you know what it is, man. You know how I talk, nigga. What? I'm living like I'm supposed to. Y'all doing shit hopeful. From cutting coke to a boatful. Y'all can't fathom, cause you niggas got no pull. Y'all circles look oval. Mad pussy-ish. Ain't clean, y'all age Charlie Sheen. I'm Emilio Estevez. Play the background, smiling at the sad clowns. Pull my cap down, knowing they gon' cap now. I had the stash house before I had the crack house. If they act out, I had a place for smackdowns. I sprayed them bullets like a wizard, Jerry Stackhouse. I had an underground exit for the packed route. Most rappers won't know what that's about though. This that Dutters Coke crack flow. Broke my mother's oven, fluffing up the last though. I used the Vaseline before I poured Tabasco. I'm the ace nigga. I'm the ace though. Use the pepper spray. Reach your face when you talking about an ace, cause the vest won't protect it. Best to travel out of space though. I'm the ace nigga. I'm the ace though. Watch your face when you talking about an ace, cause a vest won't protect it. Best to travel out of space though.
Shoot 'em up, bang, bang, boogie. 4-5 Desert Ease, yeah, shook 'em real quick. Hit 'em off in the face, fuck in the body. Illuminati, yep, bustin' in the party. I was dipping off 9, try to flip a brick. Out 9 to 10 bricks, try to get them chips. You know how we move it, doing how we do it. Border popping for 9s, get popping, niggas get lost. Trunk for trying to pull a stunt. Try to skeets off of this shit, you must be crazy. I'm too real for that. I ain't playing with it, fuck around and seal your faith, my baby. My baby? Handling 16 wheeler shit, 20 on the dash, you know, grabbing that big bag. Foreign is my name, yeah, foreign is my life. And it's fucked up, living out here kinda trife. How many homes you own? You probably be renting, you be playing many games. I ain't really trying to talk no shit. How many rappers really got that cash? How many rappers be busting that mag and holding that bag? Please, let me step up and do my thing, cause I let it swing, hell yeah, and let it bang. True to the bone, spit it, yeah, off in the D. The east side, 7 mile down, you know how it be. Ghost, nigga. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I wasn't just trying to talk no shit. No. I know niggas be lying. I wasn't trying to talk no shit. I know niggas be lying. I know niggas be hiding their shits and all that type of shit. I know.
So it's been about over 20 years since I've known you ass.
Hey, shit. I'm just thankful.
So
shout out Navi. Shout out my nigga Navi. Shout out A-Sign. That just was a fun track.
That's what I mean.
When I got the track, I was like, what the fuck? I said, damn, A-Sign, this bitch cutting up. Goddamn. Let me cut up. Fuck that. Let me cut up.
You could do that. And then this what blew me the other day. Right? Like this blew my mind the other day, right? So I'm sitting here chilling. You sent me a bunch of tracks. Navi sent me on that on the, I got, I fucked with Navi, so I would get everything. I get the packs before anybody get the pack.
Yeah, everybody get the pack. So gotta keep the pack. Yeah, gotta keep the pack. We keep the pack.
That's the one thing about having a crew of us, because everybody supports. It gives everybody like it passes around. It's like I love getting those phone calls going. All right. So I'm gonna send this to you now, but Premier's gonna play this night, and Eclipse gonna play this night, and then you play it this night. I'm just like, all right, cool.
That's crazy. That's some suit. See, one thing about the DJs. You gotta be thankful for the DJs, my brother. I'm so thankful for y'all. I'm so grateful for y'all.
But you see what's even
for y'all, because if it wasn't for y'all, they would have never known us. Because watch this. The DJs used to play us so much. We didn't have videos like motherfuckers, but the DJs kept us alive. They kept us alive, man. So the first thing I ever do is give the fucking DJs all the flowers. Period.
Like,
and you gotta understand this with me saying that. You gotta understand the times we are in. Some DJs had to go corporate, and some DJs had to just go community. They don't have the access like we used to. So, we gotta support y'all as much as we can, as much as possible, because it ain't the same trade. You know what I mean? If y'all can get us in there, y'all gonna get us in there.
Trust me, like
whatever. However long the fuck I gotta wait to get heard from the DJs, I gotta wait. Period.
Around us, it goes really fast because like as soon as you sent me music, it already went to DTS to play on Master Plan. So
exactly.
See, Master Plan Radio. Salute to DTS. Like
some of my bros had to go corporate, and a lot of shit that I do be dirty. So it's hard to get it in there. And but they might flip it in just the instrumental. It's still love, whatever. But I still give them the love and the respect like I'm supposed to. The foundation to all this shit is you guys. Period. You know what I mean? Y'all don't get enough credit, man. Y'all don't get enough credit. Seriously. DJs don't get enough credit no more. Because everything went so digital and this is that and the other. Y'all don't get the credit like that no more, man.
Well, that's why I don't like in this game. Like I'm blessed to have certain people around me, especially like ever since I started to team up with DTS. Like our whole palette with music now has changed.
Yes,
he put me on to Ason and Falcon and all that.
See,
nobody was thinking about it, right?
That's the OG. That's the OG. Right.
So when me and him heard this track, like I had to tell him to listen to this.
Dollar.
Dankery Harv.
Black liberation.
And you know this.
So how did that happen?
See, Let me talk about my brother Road Dollar. Shout out my brother Road Dollar. That's one of the realest motherfuckers that I know in Toronto, Canada. I mean, when they was up and running, he was up and running. Always invited us to the studio. He'd be doing the interview. He'd intertwine us into the interview and put the journalists on us and just real love, real genuine love, man. I love that brother, man. That's a real one, man. That's like one of the first people besides my family, Brass Monk, in the family that showed extreme love. He didn't have to act the way that he did. He didn't. And I swear to God, 2-3 interview journalists in the studio. We had Chocolate Studio when they had Greenhouse Studio over there by King and Bathurst. And they had all types of journalists in their interviews, all types of motherfuckers there. Socks in there, he in there, everybody in there. And they just interviews. I'm just amazed. I'm just coming to Toronto. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in this bitch? I'm just coming off my people Brass Monk video Big. And they had fucking trailers, all this shit. I'm like, who the fuck paid for this shit, man? Like, they like Video Fact. I'm like, what the fuck is Video Fact? I'm like, I ain't never heard of no shit like this. See all the mans in them, all the rappers in the city. And then now I go to the radio with Little Red and Jay Wise, and they playing everybody's shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I gotta get in this system. What the fuck? Niggas was stars. Big. Every artist that came out at that time in 2000, 2003 and 4, 5 and 6, when we first came, was stars. I was mesmerized. I could not believe Munch Music with Nam McGinney and shit. Ed the Sock in the hot tub with Ed the Sock. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, just like crazy things that you can do in Toronto, Canada. So for me, it's a different thing. It wasn't to come up to Toronto, fuck the hoes, and this is that, another, this is that, all that other type of funny ass shit that American niggas would do. You know, some do what they do. Me, I enjoyed the culture, the people that put down the foundation in that motherfucker all the way through, because niggas was tearing shit up. All the shit I seen, I'm like, God damn, I got to get this motherfucking album done. Fuck this. What? This how I go now? I got to get this fucking album done. I got to get this single on the radio. And next thing you know, here we come. Nice to meet you. Let's go. How you doing? Nice to meet you. What?
I tell you, you were all over radio, much music.
Man,
like, and the fact that
Nice to meet you. Shout out my brother Socrates for that motherfucking track. Shout out my sisters Brick and Lace. Shout out my family Needleworks for Big Eyes, Junior and Joe's. That shit changed my life. For real. It was already on the change, but it just signifies something different for me and Frank. We never had a #1 single play on radio all fucking day. It got kind of irritating me after a while, like, God damn, they playing this motherfucker still? God damn, like, I'm like, shit. I'm just in Foot Locker. How you doing? You know what I mean? My son, my kids, friends, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. I'm like, holy fuck, man, nice to meet you. The funniest thing, I went to court. I had to go pay a ticket. And I just wanted to wear a button-up shirt. So all my stuff was at the cleaners. So I wore the fucking shirt, the button-up shirt to court. So it was a girl and a guy. And the guy was like, I'm gonna bother you. Is you Frank and Dank? I was like, yeah. He's like, man, I remembered you from the video because is that the shirt? I was like, oh my fucking God. Are you fucking kidding me right now? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, this is the shirt. He's like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, holy fuck. I couldn't believe it. So that let me know it was a smash. Just when they had when we had the club district. You remember the legendary club district? Be all through that, be on the screens in the club district and this, that, and other. It just was a phenomenal time. And at that time, when we just put out the record, SARS had came. Yeah. It was Caravana. And motherfuckers didn't really want to come up because they were scared of SARS. I worked my motherfucking ass off that Caravana. I swear to God, we did maybe about 13 motherfucking shows. Every fucking show, everything.
Handing out CDs in the park.
Oh my God, so
that's
much
how I
crazy.
ended up with mine.
but that was just one that forever grateful for. Nice to meet you. Because that was actually, the track was actually for Sock's album. But he ended up making another one. But then after a while, as a little time went on, he said, you know what? I'm gonna give y'all the original too. So it was like, damn, for real? Like, and it was super blessed. And I'm so thankful for my brother Socrates. Showed a lot of love, got us together. Cardi went in on the track, Exotic Dancers. And like, he made the beat and he rapped on that bitch. And he knew that motherfucking beat. He knew that one. He rapped his ass off on that motherfucker. Goddamn.
So let's do this.
Dollar.
Dankery Harv.
Black Liberace.
And you know this.
It ain't nothing to sprinkle a couple diamonds all over this.
Let's get it.
Yeah, I got coconuts and rock waiting for your mama. It's a family affair, life free of drama. Been flipping 1 commas, trying to flip 2. Multiple times in a tailor-made suit. I flew the chicken coop for a better view. You got time, man, I'm on a different schedule. Lips triple X if it ain't talking revenue. Attracts attention, never settle for apartment views. Got a stallion, now I need a red one. Cobblestone driveway, that's a hedge fund. Bridgewater, no trouble over petty crumbs. Situations turn tragic when the night comes. Toe tag a couple bags, not laying one. My homie taught me how to fish, that's a real one. Your homie taught you how to switch like a kick drum. And never lose coming from the city of champions.
Nigga.
How you feel?
You better roll some, blow some, yeah. Rack it up, roll some, blow some. You better rack it up, roll some, blow some, yeah. Rack it up, 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 rack it up.
Yeah, I dropped that on Turf Tales last week. I'm gonna do it again tonight. So.
Oh shit! Thank you, my brother. Shout out my brother Road Dollar. Shout Road Dollar out. Shout out my brother Frank Nitz. Frank Nitz did the beat. That's a phenomenal brother. Do crazy ass production. He's from Houston. We got some new shit about the radio and come. It's crazy as fuck. You know, I gotta send you. I gotta send you the pack. I gotta send you the pack for sure.
Oh yeah, I gotta send you a pack of beats. We gotta start working on some shit.
Send that bitch. Send that bitch.
I know. Hey, listen. I let the cat out the bag. A lot of people don't know that I used to rap back in the days, and a lot of people are starting to understand now that I've been it's been a dream of mine to work with all the people I ever grew up to, and it's now starting to happen.
Send me that ASAP.
I know. I got you. We see. After I heard this, it made my mind switch on what I wanted to send you.
You know you caught my eye once you seen me.
Dankery Harv, Nitro, Sauce Guy, let's go.
And now you got my heart, I'm wide open. I get high off your love when I'm sober.
You know
you let me in to get closer.
Let's get 'em. Go.
How you doing, love? Looking good. And them other cats got you misunderstood. I wanna take you to a place to get you feeling good. Just know when you with me, you straight when we up in the hood. I know your last dude was tripping, putting hands on you. It's on my soul when I catch him, I'm putting hands on him. See, I'm just trying to take you out and spend some bands on you. Show you romance and give you everything you ask me to. You fancy too. You get your hair done, nails, and you classy too. Don't listen to them haters throwing shade at you. No, just listen to your heart and how I make you feel. I know this song got that James DeWitt Yancey feel. Yeah, I know you love the way I make you laugh and shit. I know you never thought you found a love like this. I know you never thought you found a love like this.
What? You know what we was playing off on that, don't you?
I know. And that's why I was tripping, because I was sitting. That was my that's one of my favorite songs.
Big
I was just
Cuz.
like,
I had to do it off Big Cuz. Car Quest. I had to. You know what I mean? That's the family. That's the foundation of this shit.
like,
you know what I mean?
I'm like, one of his cousins is a member of our group, so I'm like, I'm gonna play
What?
that for
For
him.
real?
Yeah.
That's super dope. That's super dope. Hell yeah.
Shout out to Buzzman.
Shout out Buzzman for sure.
Oh yeah, you know, like Rubs and Moonshine and all that stuff. That whole family, and like shout out to Mike North, like the whole Jet City movement. Like you see, I know you watching us and you see what we got going on. So what are you thinking about? Oh God, bro, what are you thinking about that?
Hey, I see y'all cooking up. I see y'all saucing. Like the spirit. Like no cap. I gotta go to the young nigga style. No cap, nigga. You be working. You be working. Like you be like, I'm like, God damn, did this nigga ever lay down? Like, fuck. This nigga just be over here, over there, over here doing. Holy fuck, you going there? Oh,
yeah, I was gonna go
shit,
there.
cuz oh, you killing me right now. Holy fuck, man.
Why?
Oh my God. Damn, you going street code? Oh shit.
Pipe dreams, crack dreams, no, see the fiends, see a nigga hold a semi, have to flow his
It's about to go down. This is a DJ Disspare exclusive.
Oh shit. Shout out my nigga Crystal and the team.
Pipe dreams, crack dreams, no, see the fiends, see a nigga hold a semi, have to blow his whole dream. See the way, dog, yeah, stand at the line. I told these motherfuckers, yeah, I been on this grind. Shit, something about a struggle so divine. I done seen a struggle shit all the fucking time. Ride or die outside, no numbers in this bitch, no course up in this bitch. Miss me with this runaway, no, I'm with this mess and this bullshit. Know what I mean with this real shit. I see you, these fake ass niggas, let's get them.
This is good shit, D-boy, just move the block quick. Move up the block quick, move up the block quick.
Yo, go to his YouTube channel and check out these videos and these songs. Like I said, he's got diversity in his hip hop palette. Like I'm telling you, Dilla taught him well to play with everything.
Man, hey, Disspare, yo, I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you, man. You don't play, man.
Hey,
you don't play. You don't play.
I'm trying to hit the road with you and do things with you and the whole family and everything. Like this ain't done, man. I'm telling you, like this is the start of a beautiful relationship.
No, my nigga. No, my nigga. This is. I got to give you some flowers. Your journalism, how you do your shit, I watch. I pay attention. Nah, man, you do your motherfucking thing, man. Thank you for this opportunity. You do your motherfucking thing, man. You do your motherfucking thing, man. For real, man.
Thank you.
You do your motherfucking thing. Seriously, man. You're on fucking point. Hey, I do a lot of interviews with motherfuckers and shit.
Respect.
You got me comfortable than a motherfucker, man. You got me like, god damn, man. Like it's like
praise Allah and praise the YT ganja.
Hell yeah, man. It's like with me, I understand. You gotta appreciate your people, man.
Well, you see, guys like you in the game, like a lot of people just come at you and go, okay, yo, hey, so what year did you drop this track? So what did you just stop smoking crack? Like, I don't want to hear that crap. Like, just like I don't even care about any of that nonsense in this game. Like, I just want to know, like, yo, what are you doing? How's your family? How was it riding on that horse? For real. Like, that shit blew up my internet. Like, my Instagram went lit. Niggas are calling me from all over going, yo, nigga, like, that's the most coolest thing I've ever seen, dog. Like, what's that? Like,
yo, that right there, that was just me at the crib, and I'm about to bless my people. That's all that was.
Yo,
you put me on the platform. Disspare, I'm about to pull up on the motherfucking horse. I'm about to pull up on the motherfucking horse for sure. I knew I was just gonna I sent it, and I was just being funny, but that's what I meant. And I said this would be cool just for promo. I do it. I don't try. I just do it.
I know. One day we will be riding on horses having an interview.
Like I try to be creative with the content. It's just me. It's me and a few people that I have around me. That's it. But when it comes to the content, holy fuck, I got content for days. I'm on vacation right now. Once this vacation is over tomorrow, I'm about to tear this bitch up. I'm on full overdrive. My battery is full. It's beyond full. This was the last piece. That's why I pushed it for this day. That's why I picked it for Friday. Because Saturday, Sunday, we back to business.
I know.
Vacation is over. We back to business. And I got so much work to do that's already on the table. So many things that's already cooked up. I just needed to get away with the family, go see my nigga Dilla for my birthday, see the fam, do the show. That's why I picked this for this time right here. This was on purpose. Well, I wanted to celebrate with my mom and then have this time fully for us to chop it up and kick it.
Well, see, I appreciate that because over COVID, we've gotten to connect more, and because we were all busy. Every time we're like, "Yo, we'll link up one thing." I'm in town. I'm out of town. I'm like, what? It's just like
crazy shit like that all the time. And like the COVID thing too, because if I wasn't doing the music, my son, he played Division I basketball. Me and the wife, we gone every weekend, weekend with basketball with my son. My son, he been on tour with basketball. He had to meet up with us in California. He been on tour from Vegas to Oklahoma on his own. He doing his own shit. He's 16. And he's my motherfucking videographer. See what I'm saying? He shoot all my shit. So I got to fit myself in his schedule. He got all his gear. He got all the gear. He got fucking camera. He got all the shit. He do it himself. Period. He don't want me to help him doing, let me shoot it. I was looking for somebody to shoot just me some performance videos and shit. Just when I was just about to start my engine. And he was like, Daddy, I can do that. Go look at my reel. I said, what? The fuck you talking about your reel, nigga? They're like, yeah, I got a reel. I shot some shit at school. I'm like, nigga, you ain't shoot nothing at school. What the fuck you talking about? I went and looked at the reel. I said, fuck, you shot this shit? He's like, yeah. Okay, I'll pay you this. Oh, hell yeah, let's do this. So one turned into one turned into two, and two turned into 30. So the time has just gotten better and better and better. And he added on to his craft. He shot a video. He shot 2 videos for Big Stretch. Big Stretch paid him to shoot 2 videos for him. I'm like, God damn, okay. Shot some other shit for one of the homeboys. I'm like, damn, okay. So it's a tool to help my son just as well, not to be charged and this, that, and the other, because I don't have him doing 4 or 5 different cuts and edits. I just let him do what he feel.
Right.
I just pick the location, make it easy. We stay in Canada. We stay in Toronto. It's nothing but phenomenal spots to shoot in all over the motherfucking city. I ain't even pillaged it all yet. I ain't even tipped the bucket of it yet. I got to work with his schedule. He's 16. This nigga got driver's license now. Shit, he trying to get him a BMW or a Porsche or some shit. He ain't got time. I'm gonna have to get me a new videographer. He ain't got time now. Shit, girls in the play. Like I'm like, fuck. Okay, all right, but that's it. You know what I mean? Keeping it contained, because eventually he'll be shooting for my oldest son, Man Soul. So instead of my son just going on the road with him just because it's his brother, he got a job.
Right.
It's a videographer. Shoot these videos, edit them up, get them up there on my site, nigga.
Yeah.
And you get paid. You ain't just getting paid just because you little bro, you coming on the thing. No, you're getting paid because you doing
think
something.
About it. If he becomes his only photographer, he'll make the most money for his pictures once they need him in the magazines and stuff.
Yeah. So, just at the end of the day, my motivation is I got a few more installments to do. And then I got to switch it up and put a little bit more time on my son, my oldest son, Man. So I'm gonna send you some of his shit too. I'm gonna send you a gang of his shit too. He's been gone. He's been doing his thing. He been gone with his shit. He's self-contained, do his own thing. He don't want dad. He don't want mom. He just want to do his thing. Well, and he and Show improved. He don't need none of his uncles. He'll talk to all his uncles for advice.
I know.
From all in the labels, not trying to get signed from 40. Shout out my brother 40. From 40 to Big Ives to Frank to Illa to Young RJ to all, just an actual conversation what I need to do. And with that, each conversation he had with everybody, he implied it too. And the biggest thing, like everybody told him, don't quit your day job.
Facts.
You'll know when it's time to boogie.
Yo,
don't quit your day job, man.
I remember that day when I sat there and I'm like, I just did shit because I was on parole, and then all of a sudden, but I wanted to learn. So I learned how to manage a restaurant. Got to the point where I became head chef. And then I ended up becoming head chef because one of the chefs had to leave because he messed up.
Oh, and now I gotta cut in right now, right there. So now this explains why you be cooking all this crazy ass goddamn food. This goddamn roti you just made, nigga. Goddamn, this motherfucking big ass roti you just made was just crazy as hell. I said, man, Disspare ain't making this shit. Hell no. This nigga's not cooking. You cooking all that shit?
Yeah, I cook all that myself. I've been self-efficient like that my whole life. My grandma and my father both taught me how to cook. So it's just, and my godmother. So salute to them. So godmother owned the restaurant.
I gotta salute them. Y'all did a fucking phenomenal job because bro be chefing up some crazy ass shit. I'm like, yo, this nigga getting blow, cooking up this crazy ass food. Open up the restaurant, nigga. Open up the restaurant.
The thing is, like, ever since I've been growing up, like being in the industry and doing a lot of stuff with music and all that stuff. Yeah, I've always been a pothead, and I've always liked to be creative, and I always like to do things with my hand. So music and cooking both come hand in hand.
Oh,
so it's just like people don't seem to understand is like mixing ingredients is like mixing music.
Oh, I like that. I like that. That's super lit right there. That's super lit.
That's why it was so easy to be a producer, a way to do things. And then while I'm cooking, I'm listening to music. And people don't understand that everything comes in hand. Even the way you're like, even you get a rhythm when you're starting to mix a pot or when you're cooking with things or when you're doing stuff. Like, there's a lot of DJs around me that were all chefs. A lot of artists.
Oh, for real? That's crazy. That's super dope.
So it's a gang of us. So it's kind of like,
that's super dope.
I'm about to do something crazy with that. Like, salute to my big brothers. Like, they call me in the morning. We're just like, yo, I just cook up some ackee and shellfish and some fried this and that. I'm just like, I have to get back to Toronto, and I'm sick and tired of you guys doing this to me. So it's just like sitting here, I ain't around people like that. Winnipeg between here to that, like Winnipeg is the most. Oh shoot! You see, like,
okay, I got to roll something up. You going in right now?
I know. You see,
you going in, so I see.
Being around that culture, like, you know how it is. It's like to a relaxed version of New York.
Oh fuck! Ooh, see the perps. What's that right there?
It's called Huck Soda.
Holy fuck! This is some Inhale, fucking Detroit. That's some Inhale Detroit right there for you.
Because you got your thing, you could come back over the plane with that, or what?
Oh no! I'm just smoking this right now. I just got this pack just for us to smoke and shit.
You know all right. So when I come out there, I'm coming to see you with a loud.
So. Oh yeah, for sure. Hey, when you went in the T-Dot, now we all good. Shit.
Oh, when I'm in T-Dot, yeah, we see when I'm in T-Dot is different. Because I come there with shit. I don't like smoking. See, people out there gotta like wow me.
Can't cross that border in America with this shit. You know what I mean?
I know that shit.
Like, fuck that. They have a nigga hanging the dried over in this bitch. What? I'm coming to Detroit with the pack? What? Oh, they like, nigga, freeze. Hands down. Get your ass down there. Dogs and rip my ass off. Like, niggas, man, please. The motherfuckers at the border. But that's the nature of it, because somebody just got caught with, I think they said 100 pounds coming from Toronto and Detroit at the border. just before I got here. I said, God damn, niggas, you crazy right now? They on high alert. They're looking for any fucking thing, nigga.
Yeah, you know what though? You'd be stupid to do that anyways. I always laughed at rappers that came over across the border to come to do shows here, and the next thing you know, they bringing stuff with them. I'm like, we have it here.
That part right there is that I would never do that because I would never do that because like nah, I wouldn't do that. Oh, I got a message. Hold on.
Okay.
You want to order Uber Eats? What? Uber Eats? Hold on. No, I'm cooking. It's only 9:30. It's only 9:30. They don't want to go nowhere. They found that. They found one. Or they found one of these. Hey, can you get me some papers right quick? Some papers. You just use it. Yeah, go ahead, cuz go ahead.
It's all good. So
now I'm gonna eat some Uber Eats. They're gonna get some Uber Eats. Shit wasn't going on in town. Okay. Cool.
You see, that's what I love about the fact that we can just be relaxed and doing this. So
there you go. Yeah.
On the note, tell everybody where to find your music, find you, find everything.
Man, you can just Google Dankery Harv, Frank and Dank, and everything will come up. All the classic shit, all the historical interviews, classic shit. But shit, you can just reach me at the real Dankery Harv 313 on Instagram. And I love to see you. I appreciate all the love. You come through, come look at some shit, like some shit, leave a comment, talk you some shit. And if you got some work, you want to do something, holla at shit. You know what I mean? It's just like that. I work with everybody, period. Everybody. You know what I mean? That's just it. For sure.
I'll be seeing you soon, and it was a great interview, and it's great time smoking with you live.
Yes, my brother. Blessings. I appreciate you, Disspare, for sure. You lit.
Any shout outs?
Shout out my city, Detroit. You know, I love y'all 1,000. Shout out Toronto. You know, I love y'all 1,000. Shout out all of Canada, worldwide, Europe, Asia, the whole man. One love to all the DJs, all the MCs, the B-boys, graffiti artists. Hey, it's all love and blessings. One love, y'all. Appreciate y'all.